Okay, this is a demo video for the bird beaks and James Audubon. What you're going to need is your Audubon picture, and you're going to need your tracing paper. Some of the drawings will already be traced, but if you need to trace, all you do is put the tracing paper over top and don't let it move around, and you'll need a pencil. You'll take the pencil and you'll go around all the outline or contour of the drawing, and then you'll go into all the detail. You're not going to do the whole drawing, you're just going to do a piece of it because we're concentrating on bird beaks and physical and behavioral adaptations. After you have the whole thing outlined, you're going to need a piece of graphite. You'll take the graphite, you'll turn it over, and on the back, not on the front, on your tracing, on the back, you're going to need to cover the drawing. Try not to rip it, because once you rip it, your tracing is done. After you've covered the whole tracing, the back of the tracing with graphite, go ahead and take it. And put it down where you want it on your paper. And you can use a pen or a pencil. I would use a pencil, a nice sharp pencil. You don't have to press too hard. Go over the outline again on the front. So the graphite is on the back and the tracing is on the front. So you're going to go over the tracing again. No, I won't do the whole thing for purposes of the demo, but you'll take your time and do all the detail. Get the flowers in, because that will give you some idea of why the bird has certain adaptations. And then when you're done, you'll have a tracing. Now this is still graphite because we put graphite on the back. We did the tracing. And make sure you don't, when you're doing your tracing, you don't allow your paper to move around. When you're done, you're going to need a waterproof pen. So after you're done with your tracing, you'll take the waterproof pen and you'll go over your graphite drawing with the waterproof pen. Now I won't go through the whole process, but just to give you a basic idea. But you'll take the time to get as much detail as you need. Now after you have your outline done with your waterproof pen, you can go ahead and erase the graphite, and the waterproof pen stays. Okay, then you're going to take your watercolor. So I'm going to use my original as a reference, so brown and yellow and kind of coral orange. But I won't do all of that. So I'll get a palette. And you're not doing thick paint, so literally it takes a drop, a dab. I'm going to use some yellow ochre. So light colors I put close to each other on my palette. These two are close in color. And then unlike colors, I'm going to put further away. And again, I'm just using drops, that's all it takes. Now we're not going to try to cover up our lines with paint. We're going to use a more like a watercolor technique. So I'm going to load my brush with lots of water, take it to the center and mix the paint there. And I'm going to get it like milk consistency. And then when I start to go into my painting, I'm not trying to cover up the line. I'm trying to keep those lines. John James Audubon, he didn't use waterproof pens, but he did use watercolors. And he did use, he did also use pencil over his watercolors to create texture. So that's what you're going to do. So you see I'm using lots of water and just a drop of paint. We're not globbing paint onto our paintings. We did all that work, so we're not going to glob paint onto it. And if you want to blend, you blend with water. So if I want to blend between the yellow and the brown, I'm going to use water to do that. I'm not going to add more paint to the painting to try to blend two colors together. I'm going to blend with water. And you'll see that the water actually does the blending for you. Then keep going. Sometimes you can go ahead and wet a whole part and then add paint into it, watered down paint, and use the water to spread it. You don't need to try to put it thickly with paint. It doesn't need it. Okay?